our mentor, Dr. T.P. Shashikumar sir. We had a wonderful 2-day session, Design Your Destiny, during April 18 with Dr. T.P. sir. Yes, sir. I don't need to say anything about him, the one who has transformed lives of scores of our children around the world through his motivation and life-led session. When we approached him for today's session, he has graciously accepted our invitation. On your behalf, we warmly welcome Dr. T.P. Shashikumar sir for this session. We once again welcome all of you, and we hope that it will be a wonderful session and it can transform our thought process, life thinking, and make you a wonderful citizen. Now I call upon Mr. Cherian Thomas, Chairman, for his remarks and to formally inaugurate this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you. First of all, I wish a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് നമ്മളെ ലീഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന T.P. ശശികുമാർ സാറിന് എല്ലാവിധ അനുഗ്രഹങ്ങളും ദൈവം മേളിൽ നിന്ന് ചൊരിഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. അതിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന ഓരോ കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾക്കും സർവശക്തന്റെ കൃപ കൂടെ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് പ്രാർത്ഥിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാം ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്തിട്ട് പ്രഖ്യാപിക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു വെരി മച്ച്. അഗെയിൻ ഐ ആം ഇൻവൈറ്റിംഗ് കൺവീനർ ഓഫ് Panorama Career Guidance Cell, convener Mr. Johnson Sharman, please handle the next program. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Panorama Chairman, Mr. Cherian Thomas. And on behalf of Panorama Career Guidance Cell, I would like to heartily welcome all of you, dear parents and students, and Dr. TPS all the way back from India, from the city of Hyderabad. Talking about career aspirations and mentors and trainings, there is no second name for Panorama to think about when we need guidance. A champion motivator trainer who spent most of his career in very outstanding positions to support the nation. And I am very privileged to highlight some of his career tracks for the students and parents who may be not aware of his successful career track. Dr. T.P. Shashikumar served for the government of India as a very specialized role as the Directorate of the General Security for the Cabinet and Secretariat, reporting directly to the Prime Minister of India for several years. And he was also in the academic arena. He was the director of the UGC Academic College, Calicut. And the most exciting career path for him was when he served as a scientist for the Indian Space Research Organization in the Advanced Data Processing Research Institute based at that time in Hyderabad. He also cruised through various successful order in the ISRO as Space Application Center, in the program planning at the headquarters in Bangalore. As I mentioned, he's a true academician and a professor and head of the department, served teaching business administration to the university students at JNTU in Hyderabad. But recently, or the last few years, he's focused exclusively in developing the younger generation. And that's why when Panorama invited, he was very happy to take over that role. He has a big campaign under his leadership, the Shiksha Jnanam group, and he's been leading that and has developed hundreds of students to lead successful life, both in their academic and in their professional life. And today, we are privileged to have Dr. T.P. Shashikumar with us to enlighten us, to guide us, to instill some thoughts in our minds, especially for the youngsters, how we can spark our talents, how we can develop our talents to achieve our goals and successfully embark on our professional life. Dear students, we are very happy on behalf of all of you. I'm delighted to welcome again Dr. T.P. Seshikumar. One note for the students, please do take notes as he will be sharing his thoughts and insight. With all that, please put your hands together to welcome Dr. T.P. Seshikumar. The stage is yours, sir. You may unmute and proceed.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram to the family of Panorama in Dammam, who is not new to me because in April 2018 I was there few days hosted by Panorama, my first visit to Saudi Arabia. Not just that, after that many of those participated in the program were in constant contact with me, and I must be thankful to Cherian ji, Anil ji and Samuel ji for making this program along with other team of members. I have seen the list of people and some of them were interacting with me during these days. I must thank all of you for making it happen. More than that, when I circulated the Google form to get a feel of the audience with a few questions to know what I should address, because as one of the person who asked, is it possible for you to give a career guidance to these many children in 2 hours, 1.5 hours? That was the question asked. I'm sure children also have this concern. Is it possible for somebody to tell what each individual has to do, what they can proceed in their life, in studies and to get a job and transform it into a career for a successful, happy, blissful life? It's a big question. It is impossible for somebody to do it. Therefore, this is only a spark which I can give. And the variety of students who are participating along with their parents today, I'm sure this has an advantage because being digital at home, along with the children, the parents also can listen to this, relax and hear, ask questions or prompt the children to ask questions. All that is possible. I consider this time which the world is going through, the COVID, is one of the best opportunity, because from March 24 until now, today, I posted each day one video. So otherwise it would not have been possible. Last week I was talking to teachers in Ajman, then to Kerala. So keep on traveling digitally across the world. Probably the interaction is not that good, but I'm sure those children who are participating today from 5th grade, 6th grade, we have one students. 7th grade, we have 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. We have got approximately or close to 10 up to 12th. So that is the major participation today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 60 children are from that branch, from 7th to 12th, more than 60. And we have few from the graduation, post-graduation and from the D Farm, one student I saw. And 60% of participants are girls and 40% is boys. I am sure in most of the profession today, the best colleges like All India Institute of Medical Sciences or maybe IIM or IITs, best engineering colleges, if you look at it, 60 to 70% of them are mostly girls. Like today also 60% girls are the people who are participating. I'm sure a day will come, probably the boys and gents will have to fight for their rights, equal priority, because they are lagging behind in many cases. I was looking at last year, this day, the 19th December is when Indian Express published, Hyderabad published, and subsequently Bangalore and Cochin and also published about me an article which was a very good coverage, which says 24/7 WhatsApp counseling guru for students. It's a great recognition in a national daily. Somebody publishes saying that I attend all the queries of students through WhatsApp. So those people who had question, I wanted to tell this is only a spark to introduce me to some of you those who don't know. Probably this continuously you can send me WhatsApp message to ask your questions, ask suggestions. A life mentor is not one who meet you on a while traveling somewhere, but take you along through your life. So that's what I believe. So this is only an option for you. Let me check how many of you, I've seen the feedback given. Many people are good communicators, many people are good in their mathematical skill, because it shows the curve is at the peak in the grade of 5 and 4. When I asked, most of you are 60% of the people are good in communication, 60% of you are good in mathematics. So let me check who is the brightest one here, who will give me a immediate answer. What is speciality of December 22nd in India? Anybody who can answer it very fast?
Sir,
Yeah.
Dr. Ramanujan's birthday.
You can come on to video. I'll be so glad to see you, or tell me your name and grade. Is that provision is there?
Yes.
I think you need not pin me onto the video screen. Probably others also could be there. That will become more appealing, like a participative program. Yeah.
It's on the screen now.
Yeah, I think this is much better than pinning me on the main screen. Yeah. Shri answered it?
My name is Shrey.
Yeah. That is Srinivasa Ramanujan. Birthday. But what is speciality for India?
It's a National Mathematical Day.
National Mathematical Day. Wonderful. I think everybody should clap for him. So tomorrow I am being interviewed by Indian Express to tell how mathematics learning can become more joyful. So that is also being done by a girl. Last year the article was written by a girl, and the girl who is coming to interview me tomorrow is a student of biotechnology, I think. I was just glancing through her background to know what is her capacity. So why I want to give as an example is the people who are working in press as journalists, who are interviewing and then publishing something in mathematics, must not be a student of mathematics at all. There is a big bad conception among most of the children that if I want to be a journalist, I have to learn journalism. Education doesn't give you a job opportunity, it is your ability that gives you job opportunity. Education gives you information, you will be informed. but the formation doesn't happen with education. There are two things, information, and another one is your formativeness. What do you form yourself? That depends on your skill and attitude. If you have good skill, that comes with a good attitude, you can get it by yourself because the world is open in front of you. So mostly with that statement, because I wanted to tell you that will not give you a narrow-minded effort of learning will give you a job. That should not be in your mind and make you blind. In Kerala at home, this day, 2016 December, that means 4-5 years back, I started the Christmas New Year camp. That's a time when holidays are there, children come from different parts, mostly from Gulf. That's how I started my program, where I keep lot of drama as part of a jovial program. When we conduct drama, we give different roles. From Saudi Arabia also, including Anil's children were there. And when we conduct drama, it is not to make some fun. Through drama, I derive what is there in inner mind. Probably they are studying something, but their passion is entirely different. It comes out in the role, the story which they create. It's not a drama with a written story. You have to create a story and present it. So sometimes what is inside you will not be known. Even if you join for a program, no guarantee that what is inside you will come out. You don't know what is in the buffet. You are picking up what is in the first counter. Probably you will miss a lot of other things. So first thing, if you wanted to get into a career, you must be aware what are all the different careers available. To lead them to different careers, most of the colleges will start different courses. So all the courses are started thinking that you have this as a target, therefore this is the path you have to take. But when you get into the path, probably you will realize this is not what I wanted. I remember in 2013, probably 7 to 8 years back, I went to one of the colleges, engineering colleges in Thrissur, Iringalakuda. One of the colleges where I went, I asked children, why do you take this branch? You decided that you want to have a BTech. Yeah, fine. It's good. That's why you are in engineering college. I remember when I asked one of the students, why are you into civil engineering? Immediately the student answered, that too in the accidentally, without any sophistication, simply it came, Amma Barnittu. My mother told me to take civil engineering. That's it. So most of the children take courses based on what the parents suggest. It depends on who is dominating in your house, whether mother or father. They may have some relatives who became successful in some of the places, and therefore you choose. I will ask you one question which could be very generic. Which color dress you like? You may have your choice, blue, green, red. But assume that that color, say this kurta which I am wearing now, is stitched by a bad tailor. But the color is red. But I may not wear it at all after getting it stitched. Similarly, you may like a subject like BTech Civil Engineering. But assume you go to an engineering college where the teaching is so bad, the teachers are so bad, the laboratory is so bad, your colleagues who are studying with you are so bad, your life itself becomes horrible there. Therefore, what will happen? Ultimately, you will dislike civil engineering. So, it all depends on the color of the dress which you wear is important, but also much more important is probably the best fit. The best tailor who will tailor for you is more important. If somebody asks you what do you like to have, probably you may say you like idli, dosha, vada, sambar. But do you like to have a vada, sambar, idli made in China by a Chinese fellow, Chinese cook? Or maybe somebody who is from your own hometown, or maybe at home your parents make it. I know somebody from Hyderabad fly to Bombay because they cannot fly to China just to have noodle. They will have one noodles there and then come back by the next flight. One of my students did it. And student was asking, will you, well, I also will follow. I said, no, because I don't like noodles at all. Then I said, because you didn't had the best noodle available in India. The best noodle available in India is available in so and so place. Go there, have it, then you will start loving it. So I wanted to tell, some children say that I don't like maths, physics, chemistry, biology. It is just because you didn't had good teachers. So at school level, at college level, you don't like a subject or you like a subject. Just because you like biology, you choose biology. Just because you don't like mathematics, you don't learn mathematics. It is like saying I am a very good cook, but I only cook idli and sambar. Anything else you ask me, I will spoil it. Then I cannot be called as a good cook. A good student is one who knows how to study most of the subjects. I am a professor of mathematics. I am also a professor of management. But the other day somebody from Abu Dhabi wanted to learn physics. I taught physics. If you are good in mathematics, you are good in physics also. You must be very good in chemistry. The other day I was teaching electrochemistry. Some student wanted to learn electrochemistry in engineering. I taught electrochemistry. Because if you are a good teacher, I also teach social science. The other day somebody wanted to have economics. I taught economics. Unfortunately, I could not record it. Otherwise, I record them and then post it. So this is what I wanted to tell you. When you say you are good in communication, when I asked to fill up the form, no communication 0, best communication 5. 40 students, that is approximately 50% of the students, said that they are very good. Number 4. Number 5 is approximately 9. That means the maximum number of students credit themselves are good in communication. I'll tell you, good in communication is not blah 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 talking. If you are good in communication, that means you are a good listener. You can learn anything. So I know that I am addressing the best students available probably. If what is filled up is correct. When I asked, are you good in communication? What I mean is, whether you are able to, communication is not speaking. Communication is listening. Communication is not teaching. Communication is learning. Probably I am much better in learning than teaching. Because I am good in learning, I am able to teach little bit. That's only what I can say. And my teaching has no relevance. I cannot be called as a good communicator if the person who is sitting in front of me don't understand my language at all. Language in the sense, there are two languages. One language is the language English in which I am communicating to you. The second language is probably if I am talking about mathematics, you must know my mathematical language. There is a great communication which is called the science communication. The science communication is, if I can teach you English, I am a good English communicator. That's not good enough to learn maths, physics, chemistry, biology. If I can teach biology, I must have students who understand when I say cell, they must be able to imagine what is cell. They must be able to visualize. If I am teaching chemistry, if I say atom, you must understand atom means and you must visualize atom. You must see atom. If you are not able to see atom, how do I teach chemistry? If I say energy, you don't understand the equations of energy, how do I teach you physics? If I say profit, you don't understand profit, how do I teach commerce? Trade, when I say trade, you don't understand what trade is. When I say goods, you don't understand what goods is. How do I teach you management subjects? So, asking relevant questions comes from learning in the perfect sense. Document it, write it down, keep it permanent. The other day, one of the students from Thiruvananthapuram who called me and said 6 years back she attended a program of 2 days workshop in Bahrain. Now after 6 years she is contacting me when she joined engineering, and she says even now she is keeping those papers what I asked her to write down. I keep saying taking notes and making note is the best student. You must write down everything, whether it is required for you now or not, doesn't matter. And she says even today she refers that when she has some problem. And that's why the number is preserved. No contact for 5 years. After 5 years, the contact is maintained. I have another student who attended one of my session in 9th class. Now she is, after plus 1, plus 2, preparing for CLAT, LLB admission. Now every day, almost every day she is contacting. On 25th December, she is organizing a program where a lot of children are attending from Kerala. Because she wanted this message to get into her friends also. So I'm so glad children, there are great children, good children, their communication skill is good. What is communication? Whatever I say, whatever I speak, whatever somebody speaks, whatever you attend, whenever you get a chance, write it down and keep it, document it, and then use it in your life. That is communication. I'm sure when the 90% of the children who are attending, they said they are good in communication. But second question when I asked, if you look at it, it says maybe 50-60% says they are good in reasoning, mathematics and logical skill. Two things you must have to be successful in life. One is communication, second one is mathematical, logical reasoning. You can see a lot of classes which I am teaching to BBA students now. I am a professor of KL University here in Hyderabad where I am teaching mathematics, but I am teaching mathematical communication for the management students, graduate students. Most of my classes are getting uploaded almost every day, one classes, in which you will see logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability. These are common for every competitive exams. And if you don't have, you may get a job, but you will be not successfully performing in that job. Why most of the people don't become great in their job? Because they lack this reasoning power. Reasoning, logical reasoning, analytical skill. This ability is essential to become successful in life. I have a lot of questions which I can speak on and on like this, but I think this will not be going for longer if the questions are not answered. So what I did was I took a lot of questions from children. Maybe I will not answer them totally, but I will give a glance of scope for you to think in that direction and come back to me for further clarification, either on a personal behalf or probably we can make a small group and then continue the dialogue. Somebody writes that now I like maths and work in computers but absolutely hate physics and chemistry. I'll tell you it is impossible. This is what I said. I know how to prepare idli but I don't know how to prepare dosha. Or I know how to prepare sambar but I don't know how to make chutney. Because mathematics doesn't exist without any other subject. It's like I know a language to speak. Let that be any language, Malayalam or English or Hindi or whatever language, Telugu or wherever I am. Now I don't have a content to speak. What do I speak? If I have no content, how do I speak? So mathematics is only a language. That means you are good in language but you have no content. Without physics, chemistry and even biology, without biology. Do you know when you pass MBBS, when you wanted to do a post-graduation, you will have to do statistics again as a course that is full of mathematics. If you don't have that mathematical skill, even when you learn biology or economics or social science, you will have problem. So you cannot opt learning chemistry and physics without mathematics. There is no use of learning mathematics without basic physics and chemistry. Absolutely. That is why most of the courses, you see BSc mathematics, they will have options like chemistry, physics, biology, or probably information sciences, computer science, statistics. I learned statistics and physics when I was doing my graduation in BSc mathematics. That is because without physics or statistics, mathematics is useless. So this is one answer which I have to tell. How to choose a career is somebody asked. Understand, though the title of this program, Samuel G gave it as career. He is one of the best person who can speak on this topic. Actually, my presence itself is not required. Many of people think that career is what is to be get at. I've got a submission. You get a job first. To get a job, you have to study something. And then subsequent growth in your job is what is called a career. So generally when we talk about a career, we have to talk about what you study, what for you study to get a job, and what job you can get from this study is one we have to explain, and further we have to explain how do you progress in that. That's why I am giving a lot of emphasis on, if career progress is essential, it is not getting a job. That is simple sometimes. I remember one of the engineering college had a great, one of the TV channel gave an award for one of the college saying 100% placement. I know the college, I know the principal, I know the staff, I know the students because I went there to address sometime. Immediately I called the principal and asked, how can your college get 100% placement? You will also see a lot of advertisement from different colleges. Then immediately the principal said only 4 students passed, all of them got a placement. 180 children wrote examination, only 4 students passed. That is the status of some of the colleges. And you will see advertisement, even TV, the channel gives an award for the college. That is because the college owners themselves are sponsoring the program. For any TV channel, somebody sponsors the program, they will make a statistics. Don't look at the rank of the university and say, this university has got 20th rank in the private institutions in India, accredited by or surveyed by some company, they will say, some magazine, they will say, these are all bogus. I am also working in a private university. I know how the status and what is it happening. So anybody who want to get the best job, get into national institutions. National institutions, IIT, NIT, run by government of India. I guess all of you are from India and then you wanted to study in India. Most of you wanted to study in India. That is why if it is medical science, All India Institute of Medical Science or medical colleges are best. I found somebody wanted to study in Tiruvandhuram Medical College. Don't choose some such secondary, third rate medical colleges. I am not saying Tiruvandhuram Medical College is bad. I am saying don't look at regional, state-wise, locally what is available to you. Because you are from Tiruvandhuram, I can walk up to that place. No, that should not be the option for studies. You must look at the best institute in India or the best institute in the whole world. That is what you should aim. So if not aiming for the national, if not aiming for the international, you must look at which is best in that. Probably by the time you pass in India, there will be many All India Institute of Medical Sciences. AFMC is one of the best in the medical sciences. So how do I know which career suits you? Depends on what you want to study. What subject you can study depends on how much effort you want to take it, and your taste also matters probably. If you are not decisive, not decided up to your 10th class, if you are not decided up to your 10th class which career you wanted to go, which job you want to take, and you believe that you are a student who can learn science, maths, physics, chemistry, biology, you must opt for learning that. Because once you leave your maths, physics, chemistry, biology in 11th and 12th, coming back to maths, physics, chemistry, biology is impossible. But if you don't study commerce, even up to +2, you can learn BCom, you can learn BBA, you can learn any other subject related to commerce stream. This is a general advice which I give to most of the students. But you are firm that you want to learn social science, geography, history is your passion, then probably you have to choose accordingly. Otherwise, you want to keep an option open in your life, study as much science as you can. Second advice which I want to tell you, there are a lot of bogus evaluation softwares which will test your aptitude, which are all foolish, which are all useless, which are all absurd, which are all governed by some private parties who are looking for money. I have lot of students. I remember when I went to Doha, one of the school administrator had a aptitude test software running beside to decide who are all the children who are to get admission in commerce, humanities, biology, computer science with mathematics stream. One of the students, I was running the workshop there, one of the participants in my class who was attending my class came and cryingly said, I wanted to be a doctor, but this software says I am good in commerce, which I don't know what commerce is actually. I am sure up to 10th class, no students are exposed to the subject called commerce, business administration, trade, even they are not learning it carefully. But then how the software can tell you do that? Not by some questions. It is impossible. And probably the stupid career counseling experts, the so-called expert, they are not expert, they are pert. They will misguide you totally. And this girl, I said, you come to Kerala, I will get you an admission in +1, +2 in biology stream. That was almost 6-7 years back. Now she is passed out and is a doctor with MBBS degree. So I'll tell you, it is not one case. I can give lot of cases like this. But I'm sure if somebody is not brilliant, you will not be able to study biology, maths, physics, chemistry, because it needs lot of daily effort. Probably the humanities and commerce is a subject. Humanities is much more simpler. Therefore, you can concentrate on some other topics like general knowledge, English communication, enjoying your life during the studies. All that is possible. Commerce is little bit somewhere in between. If you have not taken option with the commerce and mathematics as an optional subject, commerce and economics study becomes useless after you pass out. So you have to have mathematics with the commerce and with economics. If some of the schools are not providing, probably you will have to take up open school programs. There are a lot of online coaching available that is much better than the so-called secondary useless tutors. I am sure nobody becomes a tuition master. Even if somebody asks me they are going to pay me ₹1,00,000 to become a tuition master, I am not going to do that, because I believe you have to learn from teachers. You have to learn from experts, not the second-rated tuition teachers. It is not good for somebody to repeat the same thing. Tuition is generally repetition. You should not repeat. You have to learn by yourself. You need some direction. That direction is good enough. I have a lot of children who are aspirants of civil service. I am glad that some children are aiming towards civil service. When they filled up the form, I have seen some children are for civil service. I have got a beautiful book on civil service handbook. I can share it with you. You just send a WhatsApp or maybe look at civil service prelims handbook. You can download it and use it. Most of my books are, or all of my books are available online. This will guide you thoroughly. But you have to start from today. If you are 7th grade student, start from today. If you are 10th class, start from today. If you are a graduate student, you are late, but still you can start from today. Because the earliest is the best. If you have a very focused career in your life, start from the earliest. Don't miss it out. Because reading newspaper every day, you can look at my YouTube, there are some courses on reading newspaper. Newspaper reading is a class by itself by me. But I am not going to teach you what is the content of the newspaper. I will tell you how to read newspaper to gain knowledge. If you know how to learn yourself, you can learn that. So that defines what is the path to choose for your career. This is what I want to explain. Few questions are, which path I have to choose for getting a career? What should I do? So it is not what should you do after your studies. If you want to become a good engineer, don't get BTech and then search for a job, because engineering itself is a profession. And after BTech, you should not search for a job. You must start a job by yourself. That is what profession means. You are a professional. You must be able to open your shop from tomorrow. That is why we have 5 lakhs engineers coming out from India every year. Only 2% of them get job as engineers. And we have surplus BTech degree holders, plenty of them searching for jobs. So if somebody asks me, is there a scope for BTech? I will tell you, no scope for BTech. Scope is not for BTech. Scope is for you as an individual who will get the ability to become an engineer. Because no education in the BTech will create or make you as a professional, because the teachers are not good in engineering colleges. Because they never practiced engineering, they never worked in any firm, they don't have practical experience, but they are creating professionals out of it. Whereas medical science is a professional degree where you require nearly 300 million doctors today. And we don't have that much vacancy is there. We are not producing many doctors in India. That is because medical colleges cannot be taught by teachers. They have to be doctors. Professional teach and make professionals out of it. And that's a high investment education system. Each doctor, creation of a doctor is a highly costly business. So government cannot start. Otherwise, if government wants, probably every district they could have created a medical college. We don't have, because for 10,000 people we have only less than 10 doctors. Whereas in China there are 30 doctors for 10,000 people. We are not even able to make it to 3 times. I am sure next 10 years we will not be able to make it. Therefore, ever demanding job is medical profession. That is why the admissions are toughest. Many people asked, they wanted to prepare for NEET. NEET is a tough exam because everybody cannot get. I know somebody don't get a NEET, probably they don't get a medical science admission, but they get a IISER, IISER, Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, which is one of the national standard best institute in India, where you study maths, physics, chemistry, biology again in 1 year after 12th, then decide which field you want to do research. So becoming a scientist is much easier than becoming a doctor. That is why doctor is more competitive. Any doctors, probably specialization you need, because MBBS is only a graduation degree. You must go for post graduation, and the number of courses is only 0.07% of the doctors get admission there. That means only 7 out of 100 can get admission in the postdoctorate, graduation, either MS or MD or any such courses. Even a diploma program they don't get. That's the status in India. There are few children who wanted to become doctors in America or some other country. Don't go to those countries without even qualifying a NEET exam from India, because that is to test whether you have an aptitude towards that. If you pass NEET, the entrance examination in India, then you decide to go to any other country, because in case tomorrow you want to come back to India, you are recognized as a doctor from any other country degree only if you pass NEET, because NEET is an examination not to get a seat in a medical college. It is to tell you after 12th whether you have an aptitude to become a doctor. If you have an aptitude to become a doctor, then you can become doctor from some other place and then come back to India to practice. We have no objection. That's what Indian government says. And which are all the medical colleges recognized? That list is also available in the government websites. Look at it before joining. If you want to practice in that country, you want to be in US and become a doctor there, wonderful, no problem. You write the entrance there, go there and settle there. But don't think of coming back to India, right? This is what I wanted to tell in the what to study was a general question which many people asked. What and how to study. This is what I wanted to cover. Okay, somebody asked this question, 2 hours, is it possible? Not possible. I'm sure these 40 minutes of listening to me many children would have thought, yeah, I must talk to this Dr. TPS. You are welcome. My telephone number is available. Google, go to YouTube, search, assume that your option is civil service, Dr. TPS, UPSC, civil service, IAS. You type in there, you will see some classes. Some students who are interacted with me, that is also posted there. They have similar questions, how to prepare, and that is also explained there, right? I always have a chance or interest from time to time and not able to suitably decide what is my future is somebody writes. Nothing wrong. Up to 10th class, you are a good student with generic knowledge. As I said, 12th class join for maths, physics, chemistry and biology. All the 4 subjects if you study. In life, you have 2 more years to decide what is to study next. If you are in 12th class, by then you must decide. And that you must decide whether you want to study which subject. But I will tell you which subject you study doesn't matter. I know somebody became an electrical engineer with a BTech, but then lost interest in electrical engineering, left that job and did a PhD in life science, biology. That is also possible. Because if you are a brilliant student, you can always learn whatever you want. But possible only when you have got biology, maths, physics, chemistry as basic subject up to 12th. That's what I suggest. If you are not decided, you are not able to decide now and you are in the younger classes. Okay. Somebody asked a philosophical question, what life means. I have only one explanation. L-I-F-E, life. L-I-F-E, life. Learn in full enjoyment. I have got most of my books are on life. So if you are interested, download my book called Life Made Simple, and Rhythm of Life is another book. Life of Love, that's another book. There are many books. All these books will explain a philosophical answer for what is life. Okay, it's a beautiful topic which I like. I have got normal satsang where a lot of children and lot of professors, we keep meeting, discussing such general topic. I think this is not the forum for that. We will suspend that discussion for some other time, or you could have an individual dialogue. We will have a long 2 hours discussion on what is life. Okay, how to pursue dream for artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is closely related to physics, robotics, electronics, computer science. So probably if you are very good and you don't take specializations in the graduation, do a electronics and computer science. Generally computer science is common, and if you can learn computer science, artificial intelligence is possible. Electronics, if you want to do little bit of mechatronics, mechanical engineering related to artificial intelligence, questions could be there. So it all depends on a mix of that. But electronics commonly will be good enough for you, and with a lot of mathematics and statistics knowledge inside you, that can be used for different applications. Artificial intelligence, it could be medical application to trade application. So it depends on what you want to specialize. So up to +2 biology, maths, physics, chemistry, if you want to decide something later. Okay, so what is my experience as a scientist? I'm sure there are a lot of places where I am interviewed. You can read that. Otherwise we can have an individual dialogue, or if time permits we will take it up later. How to be a successful person? That's a big question. What is success? As far as I am concerned, it's a succession of successes. What is success? Climbing a mountain. When you reach on top of the mountain, are you successful? No. Again you will see another mountain, right? So success of life is professional, individual, social, family and spiritual. 5-fold development. Physically, emotionally, intellectually, socially and spiritually. What is success of life? If you are not ill, if you are not sick, if you don't have any disease and your health is perfect, I consider that as a successful life. And if you are a person who is fit, then I think that is one of the best success anybody can have. If you are happy, if you have well-being, if you can make people around you happy, at least you don't have any fight with somebody else around you, then probably it can be rated as higher and higher. So it has to be considered higher and higher. How to crack NEET? Thorough preparation of all the basic subjects plus understanding is different from learning. Understanding is different from learning. I learned the topic is different. I understood mathematics is entirely different from I learned mathematics. So I keep saying understand the subject carefully, looking at it term by term, word by word, look at dictionary meaning of everything what you learn. When you say reaction in chemistry, look at what reaction means. When you say capacitor in physics, go and look at dictionary, what is capacitor. Metamorphosis, when you learn in biology, go and look at what is metamorphosis. If learn is different, understanding is more important. If you understand, then prepare with a lot of questions repeatedly. I am sure NEET can be cracked. Okay, and look for AFMC, Armed Forces Medical College, all India medical colleges, AIMS. These are the two things you should do. Don't look for other medical colleges, because once you get in these other colleges you will easily get. If you don't get anywhere, go to any state owned medical colleges. If you don't get into state owned medical colleges, then you look for private medical colleges. That has to be the last option. Experience of ISRO, somebody asked, we will look at it later. Okay, how to channel my career, we answered. Who are you is a great question somebody asked. I think you must Google Dr. TPS if that is in the material sense, the success sense as per the introduction what is given. But if you ask me who are you, you look at, there is a Shankaracharya's what is life, which I explained in my spiritual lectures. It's a very big answer. If a small child asks who are you, they will tell my father's name, mother's name is that. That's enough, because their address is their parents' name. In the youth, when you ask, probably you have a different answer. But I am sure at this age, if somebody asks me who am I, then I will only refer to spiritual textbook to say, I don't know who am I. Okay. And somebody wanted to ask questions on the meeting. Hope we will have an interaction there. How to go about achieving my goal? We already explained that. What is the purpose of space scientist career? Many people have a misconception. Space scientist means who knows about space. That is astrophysics, astronomy. Space scientists, what they do is they keep satellite on top, they look to the ground. Your Google map, what you are using in your mobile, is created by space scientists, because they have satellite, they look at the ground. And how do you tag your navigation place and where are you? You will say location map. That is also supported by the GPS, and that is also space science. How are we communicating now through the Zoom or Google using satellite communication? That's also space. So anything where space is used for the ground activity is what is space scientist job, for which we have to take a satellite on the ground and put it on top. That much only space people know. If you want to know about space, cosmology, the cosmos is how the space is there, how the planets are reacting to the each other. All such things are explained by astronomy department. There is a basic distinction. Understand? So when you know I love space, therefore I want to become a space scientist in India, it's entirely different. But NASA does both. NASA does both astronomy and astrophysics, and plus this. India Space Department is more on the activity, application oriented space. So there is a basic difference. Understand that. How to choose a right profession? It's very difficult. And how to stay motivated? I think we should have a dialogue to individually for that purpose. We will take it up. Some people, you can always contact me. We will have a dialogue. Define your time. I am available for you. Right? That is what we must do. Okay. That needs individual counseling. That is to know what is your taste, what can be done, how can you study, how can I guide you through your study. That's what I am doing, and it's a social service. It's not commercial. I am not doing any commercial activity in my life. It's all social service because I am good for myself as of now. Okay. So what are the best field in which I can move on? Again, same answer. Microbiologist is at high demand. Understand, biology is up to cell. When you zoom in to understand the DNA pattern and what happens inside your cell, that becomes microbiology. Micro is 10 power minus 6. 10 power minus 6 micrometer. That means you are zooming up to 10 power minus 6 what activity happens there. That is good. But the demand is not there now because microbiology lost its relevance because people are able to go up to 10 power minus 9. What is 10 power minus 9? It is nano. Nanotechnology knows how to look at DNA and what happens inside DNA also. So, and maybe you got up to 10 power minus 13, it becomes chemistry. You go inside the atom, look at the what is inside the neutron, how the fission happens, how the fusion happens, how can you cut a neutron. To cut a neutron, you must have a knife which is smaller than electron. And electron knife is used for cutting the neutron, that becomes nuclear physics. So, nuclear physics, chemistry, behind that or around that you have got nanotechnology. So, microbiology was in demand until nanotechnology developed. Microbiology also have demand, normal biology also have demand, but the demand is not as high because is it has high demand is what is asked. So I must tell there is no high demand, there is demand. Normal demand like normal biology, botany, zoology, etc., etc. That's all. Okay. Somebody asked my choice is right. I will have to relate that to that, but I have just copied those questions for answering. So I don't know. What do I opt after 10th grade? Already I have answered. Some options for those people who finished commerce in 12th. It depends on whether you studied mathematics in 12th with commerce. If you studied mathematics, commerce, economics is what you studied. You can study for BSc economics. Go for BCom with mathematics again. In BCom also there is mathematics and computer science with a lot of statistics. If you don't do that, then probably you cannot become in today's world, when you do MBA or BBA, there is what is called analytics, business analytics, prediction, models you have to make. You have to make a supply chain management model. And all that science is with a lot of data. It's called a data science. The data science needs a background of mathematics, statistics, computer science, and a lot of business studies. So, with accountancy, mathematics, economics, and commerce, and with a lot of computer knowledge, with a BCom or BBA, you can get into those subjects in research, and they are absorbed by most of the best companies. Like any big company has got a lot of data analytics to be done. Anything which is new to be marketing, anything which is to be either it can be food production to detergent production or even a media. Even in the television, it is most essential. Okay. Somebody asked how to learn American English. I think you must listen to a lot of American movies. Language can be learned by listening to movies and use it to communicate to people. Right? That is one of the best method. So I remember somebody in Delhi told me the best method to learn Hindi is you go to a auto rickshaw stand and then ask some auto rickshaw driver, "Hey, kutte kamine, mujhe udhar se leke jao na." So then he will use lot of filthy language to you, record all of them, learn that so that you can communicate to auto drivers. But that is not good enough to communicate to somebody else. So it depends on where are you using. So American English learning is useless if you don't go to America and use. Last year, this time I was little earlier to this, I was in America. I was giving a public lecture in one of the churches there. When I use the word, you have to remove your chappal when you enter in a temple. People could not understand there because chappal is not understood there. Footwear is only understood. It is not accent, it is the word also to be used effectively. For them, they don't understand chappal, but they understand chapel. So they thought that why chapel comes in temple. I was talking about some topic related to spirituality. So they said, chapel. Then I understood, they are not able to follow my English. It is not because my pronunciation is bad. The word itself is used differently. So it is not pronunciation. American English, British English, Indian English, Australian English, all these are used for communicating to those people. Probably I am talking to you in a language in which you understand today. But I am sure when I was in America, I was talking to an English group of people, I did not use this type of language. Probably I don't speak this fast also because they speak very slowly. The speed is reduced. So you must know to whom you are communicating to use the language. So communication skill has to be learned, or you learn French here in some of the colleges as part of your curriculum. You go to France, probably when you speak in French there, they will ask you which language you are speaking, because your French teacher would not have never spoken to a French fellow, native French speaker. So native English speaker has got a different phonetics, different pronunciation, different vocabulary with them. Time management is one big subject which I don't generally deal, because time is what is not to be managed. It is your activity what is to be managed. If you know how to make your actions perfect, sequentially very good, that can be in any activity. And some people think that no, time doesn't matter. You can go late, you can come late, you can make others to wait. You don't care all this. No answer for them. So activity you manage so that you think that we don't know whether that is success, whether that is perfection, that gives you happiness. It's all depends on some habit of somebody else. I remember when I've got some relative who used to take me for lectures when I go to that place for lectures. Even if 20 minutes early, if I have to start to reach the venue, he will be so relaxed. He'll be sitting and he will say, don't worry, yeah, we will go. But I raise my pressure, saying that no, I have to reach their venue much earlier. But then for him, it's very casual. And most of the time, he drives very fast and takes me to that place. For some people, that's fun. For me, reaching the venue quite early, relaxing there is my character. So, it is your character, it is your action, it is your habit, it is not time which matters. It doesn't matter. I'm sure none of us are as busy as Prime Minister of India or maybe ruler of your country. They are able to do much more things than what all of us are doing. How are they doing it? Because they know how to sequence their action, and they have a lot of people who supports. You know, in an IAS officer or in a secretary's level, they will have files which have got hundreds of thousands of pages, which they will have to read and make a small note for their boss. That can be easily done if you have experience. That is why when somebody wanted to get selection for civil service, they will ask you English comprehension. What is English comprehension? Now I am talking to you for last 50 minutes. If I ask you the content of this, write in a paragraph and send it to me, you must be able to do that. If you are not able to do that, that means you don't know English comprehension. You are able to listen, that means your communication skill is very good, and you can make a small note and send it to me. Let me see after this program, how many of you are really good students who wanted me as a guide for you, a mentor for you. Send a small paragraph writing what is the content which I spoke today. If you are able to do that, and then I believe you are a good communicator. You know comprehension. And if you don't know, nothing wrong, because I remember few years back when I asked most of my students to contribute in a book. This book is called Raising of India by the Race of India. Raising of India by the Race of India. It's not written by me. Many of my students contributed writing articles here. What I did was I made them to edit. There were articles written by somebody which I have to edit 60 times. 60, no exaggeration. I made them to correct, again ask them to correct, again ask them to correct. I am not going to correct for them. I will tell you this is how you should correct it. This is how you should change it. And that gave them an ability to write articles so thoroughly. So you need to learn the articulation method. So do you have time for this? And if you say you don't have time, you are actually wrong. I ask most of the students to look at my video and I ask them to make a comment there. I request all of you to look at least one. If not all, this program also I am going to post on to my video. Look at it and put a remark there. This is what you have learned. I attended this program. But don't say that it's very good. That anybody can say. After eating a sadhya, if somebody says the food is very good, they are not food tasters. They will tell you what is wrong there, what is extra there, what is good there, how it became so tasty. So you must be able to make a good comment. That is what it means. Okay, how to get into research field? Somebody asked. It's a beautiful question. How to get into research field? If you learn any subject up to post graduation, then now MPhil is the new education policy taken out MPhil. So no MPhil, you can directly get registered into a PhD. But before that, there is an exam called NET, if it is in India. I'm sure most of the places, when you do post graduation up to MA, MSc and MS, MD, any medical graduation, you do post graduation, you will get an idea. Oh, this is how I should do. I find a problem and I have to find answers for that, for which you get a guide, a person who already done research, who knows how to define a problem and give it to you. So that's how you get into research. That can be language, that can be commerce, that can be management, that can be psychology, that can be any subject like maths, physics, chemistry, medical science. I've got my niece who did her medical science, then jumped into MTech in nanotechnology, did a PhD in nanotechnology, now doing postdoctorate in London. Now I've got my son who graduated and postgraduated in social science and became a social scientist. I've got another son who did mechanical engineering, changed into nuclear physics, material science and nuclear physics, and almost getting PhD in nuclear physics. Is working in America with the nuclear agency there. So the best job for engineers need not be engineering. You can also become researcher. So some question on research, some question was there on how to become an engineer, what are the scope for engineer. This is what I wanted to tell you, right? So you need not to become an engineer, a doctor after getting the degree in medical science or BTech. You always have a scope for research after that. Which college to opt for BCom with LLB in India? I doubt. We don't have good colleges where BCom and LLB is given in Kerala. That's what my understanding. I will have to check. And if you want to do LLB, I am also an LLB from Usman University. But if you want to do LLB and you want to be a lawyer, you must write for CLAT. Entrance exam is called CLAT, and then look for national law schools. Okay, at least Nelsar in Hyderabad. That's one of the best in India, right? Which college is very good for maths in Kerala is what I asked. It depends on for BSc or MSc. MSc, best is to go to university center or go to colleges where there are PhDs. See, one of the induction training program I gave last month was Kottayam CMS College. I remember Anil ji came and met me during those years when I was physically present there for induction training program, maybe 4 years, 5 years back. This year also induction training program was by me. My professor who taught me mathematics in Cochin University is a professor there. So there are research centers in some of the colleges. If your option is to learn mathematics from such colleges where there are doctorates in mathematics who are teaching them. Though they may not be good teachers in the classroom, but they will be good guide for you to know what mathematics can provide you, how to do research in mathematics, so that you will pursue a research in mathematics. I would have not become a PhD in mathematics if I would not have studied in Cochin University. Like more than me, there were great students who got good marks in BSc, but they joined in some other university or normal colleges for masters. So you must join best institute where there are researches happening. Somebody had got 3-4 questions how to forward for foreign trade. You must go to study BCom and then practice under people who are doing this foreign trade. I've got some people who are in Cochin who are close friend of mine who are into such consultancy services. You go and work with them as an apprentice. While studying BCom itself, the first year itself, you start helping them. If CA is your option, work with a chartered accountant when you are doing your graduation in BCom. First year itself, you must start practicing, helping them in their office as an assistant. That is what you have to do. Okay. How to do research on market? It's business analytics. There are many models available. I was teaching business analytics in MBA programs when I was a professor of management. Okay. So this will tell you different parameters. Stock marketing, there are basic courses available, how to learn stock market. There are basic programs available where you can virtually invest money and then check whether you are good in that or not. Otherwise, You can have a book and start investing in some places virtually without physically putting money, and then you must practice that, and you must also have good predictions. I've got good students who listen to some of my classes and earning probably much more than what they could earn from their normal job, and they give me a lot of gift because I taught them how to earn money, right? I have many questions. One, confused what to study, whether to study in India or Saudi Arabia. Where to study, first suggestion is, as far as possible, stay with your parents and study. As far as possible, parents should not leave their children out of their houses for studies. Keep them in their houses. But probably for graduation, you don't have scope in Saudi Arabia, you will have to send them, because these are the last few years where you can have your children with you. These are all the time when the teenagers have got lot of problems in their physically, emotionally, intellectually, lot of troubles, and take care of them safe at your house. And then the open schemes are available where you can learn as much as you can from the open programs. Coursera, edX, there are a lot of Udani, so many platforms are available where you can do parallel programs to equip yourself as best as you can. Even coaching, NEET or GMAT or all that, GATE or whatever you want, start preparing from the today onwards. Not get into a course and then start thinking what I should do after that, right? How can I get universities abroad? There are specific entrance examinations. You can see SAT examination where I am giving some direction to some of the children when I was in US. Those children, they took birth in US, they speak good English, but still they don't know real good English probably sometime. They need some training in very specific form in which writing skill, even sometime the grammar also have to be learned, right? How to approach maths, physics, chemistry, all that is being taught. You can see some sample classes where SAT, Dr. TPS. And if your medical that is what you are looking for, you have a different entrance examination. The entrance examinations are different in different countries based on where are you going. And for non-native English speakers, like those who have not taken birth in English speaking country, they will have to get their IELTS good score, minimum 8 and above for getting admissions. If you have better score with such examinations and competition examinations, you get good fellowships. But I suggest students not to venture to such countries for graduation if you are not very, very, very strong about that desire, right? What are the opportunities after PharmD is one question which I want to take up as last. The PharmD is created to create researchers in pharmacy, where earlier pharmacy research was conducted by, in Hyderabad there are a lot of companies. I remember Shanta Biotech, Bharat Biotech, Vimta Labs, all these places I used to go and give lectures. I have seen most of them are MBBS doctors who are becoming pharmacy researchers long years back. But now the first PharmD group of students are coming out. I am sure their option is more research in pharmacy and pharmacology laboratories. That is what is most optional and that is what is best. If to talk about general courses available, probably BCom, BBA, BCom, BA, CA, CS, a lot of diploma courses, certificate programs, business administration, they may call it BBA, BMS, business management sciences, fine arts, event management, BA plus LLB or BCom plus chartered accountancy, Bachelor of Journalism and Mass Communication, fashion designing, fashion technology. Now after +2, if you have passed, fashion technology is asking for admissions. My colleague who did mathematics BSc is now the director of a fashion design center in Kannur. So I will tell you, after BSc mathematics with a high scholar degree, he turned into packaging and then turned into fashion designing, and now he is the director of one of the center there. So it doesn't matter what you study for graduation and what career you can give. I can give a lot of such examples, right? Social work, business studies, Travel and tourism have got a great scope. Aviation have got great scope. Interior design, hospital administration, hospital management, and design thinking, and data analysis, big data analysis, performing arts, BA history, technology anyway is there, B.Arch is there, architecture, computer applications, information technology, nursing, evergreen, pharmacy, bachelor of pharmacy, and instead of D.Pharm, if you are not getting into D.Pharm, probably B.Pharm and M.Pharm you can do, and then write GPAT. You can see one discussion with one student on how to prepare for GPAT, how to prepare for CAT. These are all given by me for individual students. They're all posted onto my YouTube. You must look at, subscribe, and then you can get it. Dental surgery, probably graphics, animation, multimedia, nutrition, dietitian, psychology, psychotherapy, clinical psychology, applied geology, geophysics, physics, chemistry, mathematics, basic sciences are always evergreen. Biology, aeronautical engineering, automobile engineering, civil engineering, computer science, biotechnology, electrical and electronics, electrical and communication, automobile, robotics, petroleum, instrumentation, so many, ceramics, food processing, food technology, chemical engineering, chemical technology, perfusion technology. There are a lot of technologies. Darkroom support for most of the doctors in the scanning, radiation, power engineering, robotics, textile industry. So many are there. I think you must decide whether you want biology, chemistry, physics, economics, literature, mathematics, management, law, engineering, art, and then categorize and then look for which are all the courses which are available. This is what generally I wanted to talk to you. We have spent almost 1 hour. The first 15 minutes was with introduction and such paraphernalia. If you have got some more questions, probably I can answer. This is what generally I wanted to tell you. All the time you can contact me. My telephone number was with the form, and this on the screen also it's available. Otherwise type Dr. TPS and then search. All of you must listen to my lecture which I gave and the workshop which we conducted, my last visit, because that was more of a great event for me, and I'm so glad that Panorama, after how many 32 months, April, so it's almost 32 months. 32 months is 900 odd days, 970 days, 970 days. I'm back to Dammam from April 2018, 12th to 16th I was in Dammam. We had 2 days program. So I'm so happy when somebody calls back, and when I look at the interaction and the warmness in which the Samuel G contacted me, and I'm sure that shows I'm little useful to you. Probably this interaction would have opened up, because I did not cover career options like this in most of my sessions which are available. So I'm sure you are going to get a lot of benefit.